Hey guys, and welcome to another decklist video. Today we got a very fun, not only fun, but spicy decklist, and I am so happy to bring this decklist to you guys. It is very fun. Quick little announcement, I am streaming now on Twitch, so if you do want to see these decklist videos in action, make sure you follow my Twitch, and that is where I get my battle videos for YouTube. And anyway, that's that. I am going to be playing some Digimon games there, so if you guys are interested, go ahead and give a quick follow. Anyway, let's go ahead and move on to this deck list. We are starting off with the BT9 Coromons. So if you guys played Bond when it came out in BT6, you guys kind of know the whole kind of strategy was going into that promo Greymon, swinging security attack +1 if you have Agumon underneath, and then you would draw with the old Coromon. But now we got a new Coromon that gives you another 1000 DP, which will make your Greymon up to 8000 DP security attack +1. And it's very nice. So we are running 4 of these Coromon. I am not using the other Coromon because this deck has enough draw power, and you'll see it as we go along. So again, I'd rather get that extra 1000 DP. Starting off with the rookie lineup, we are doing 2 of the Agumon experts. On play, return 1 Digimon card with Agumon in its name from your recycle bin to your hand. In other words, your trash. So this is really good because let's say, you don't have a bond in your hand yet. They swing at your security and it was a bond. You play that Agumon expert. Now you can get that bond from your trash into your hand instead of waiting for it. So really good. Not to mention you can get any Agumon rookie. Just besides the expert, you can get the expert. So I am running 2 of those. Then we are running 4 of the BT6 Agumon. This one is a must. All turns, when you play a Tamer with Tai Kamiya in its name, gain 1 memory. Keep that in mind. When you play a Tamer with Tai Kamiya in its name, gain 1 memory. All turns, once per turn. Well, this Digimon is Agumon Bond of Bravery. It gains security attack +1. So every time you go into the Bond of Bravery, you get security attack +1, obviously. So really nice card. And then when you do play it, tie, keep in mind it's all turn. So if they swing into your security and then they hit a tie, then you get a memory. So if they're left at 0, bam, now their turn's over and it's your turn. So really nice card. Then I'm running 2 of the EX1 Agumons. These are good. I would like to run more. However, I want that DP buff. I want that security attack +1 with that Agumon. So I'm just running 2 of the EX1. So this one, when you attack once per turn, you can reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. You can add 1 Tamer card or 1 Digimon with Agumon in its name. So this is another way to kind of search for your Agumon bond if you don't have it, or a Tamer if you don't have any Tamers and you need it in order to warp into bond. So EX1 Agumon is very good. Just sometimes, like I said, I would prefer that DP increase. So I am just running 2. Then I'm running 4 of the promo Agumons. No surprise, right? Get that 2000 DP if you have Greymon in its name. Keep in mind this doesn't work for the Agumon Bond of Bravery because it's Agumon. It is not considered a Greymon. So your Greymon will be swinging for 7000 with the Coromon. That's how you make it to 8000 DP. So really nice. 4 of those, and then 4 of the starter deck 7 Agumons, just because it's like a cheap version of the promo Agumon, except when attacking, this Digimon gets, when you attack the player, you get 2000 DP for the turn. So it's the same thing, and then with this deck, you're really going to be swinging at the player anyway, so you're going to be getting that 2000 DP, so more targets for you to get DP, and that is why I'm running 4. Let's move on to these champions, and really nice spicy champions here. We are running 3 of the BT3 Greymon. It is a security effect. At the end of the battle, play this card without paying its memory cost. So this deck list that I do have here, it's aggressive, and it's also kind of like security control-ish kind of. You'll see in a bit. So we're running 3 of the Greymons. When they hit it in your security, it gets played for free, which is really good. That could turn the tide of the whole match. So we're running 3 of the Agunimons, just because of the amount of Tamers we're going to play. I am playing 7 Tamers here. And, if you swing with Greymon, it gets a security attack +1. Now they got 0. You can go ahead and close out with the Agumon. That's really the only reason why I have a Agumon. It's just that quick swing. You could do 4 Greymons and 2 Agumons. I had 4 Agumons and 2 Greymons, but then I kind of like the Greymon's effect a lot. and then you'll see why I actually ended up going with 3 Greymons. Now moving on to the rest, we are running 4 of the promo Greymons. When this Digimon has Agumon in its sources, you get security attack +1. So this is kind of the bread and butter of the deck besides the bond, is just because you're able to go to champion really quick and then go ahead and just swing +1 for 8,000 DP. So you can kind of swing almost up to any ultimate, you know? So really, really nice. And then I'm doing 4 of the Geo Greymons, again, a little more security control based. At the end of the battle, play this card without paying its memory cost. And then on play, you delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 4,000 DP or less. So not only can you play from security, but now you have something to go ahead and delete, you know, Psychmons, for example, Betamons, you know, something that allows you to kind of that's stopping your flow, right? So I'm doing 4 Geo Greymons. So now we have 7 Greymons that you can play from security if it gets hit. And the reason I'm running that many is because of this Skull Greymon here. It is very, very nasty. So this is a tech card, but it's also a very aggro card, because so this Skull Greymon, EX1, you can Digivolve from a red and a purple. Security attack +1. End of attack, you delete this Digimon. Now you're thinking, okay, well, yeah, I get it, but then your Digimon gets deleted. Yes. But then on deletion, you may play 1 Agumon from your trash, suspend it without paying its memory cost. Now I know what you're thinking. Yeah, but it's suspended. It's gonna get killed anyway. Yes, you're right. However, the way you could perceive it as, okay, let's say you have 2 security and they have 2 Digimon, and you're gonna win next turn. Now instead of them trying to go for the win, they have to kind of deal with that Agumon, even though it's suspended, possibly, you know, think of it giving you another security. So either way, it's not bad. And then not only that, another thing too is if he gets deleted, you can play an Agumon, right? So then you can just go ahead and play any Agumon besides the expert. So if you need one for bond, now boom, you play this one, and then you play a Tamer, then you gain a memory, right? So it helps you set up, and it does become more aggressive. A combo that I like to do here is if I swing with the Greymon for 8,000 DP, if he does not get deleted, I know they're going to swing at him the next turn. So I'm going to Digivolve into the Skull Greymon, so if he gets deleted, I get to bring back an Agumon. So that's a really, really good kind of strategy that I like to do. I'm like, okay, well, you could get rid of him, but I'm going to get a body back. So that is why I'm running 3. Not only that, a really good thing is if they hit your security and a Greymon pops up, now when it's your turn, you just Digivolve into the Skull Greymon. You can swing for security attack +1 already, right? Because that Digimon has been there for technically a turn already. So you don't have to kind of wait a turn to attack with the Skull Greymon. And that's why I kind of run so many of the security Greymons. You just go into that Skull Greymon, swing security attack +1. If it gets deleted, boom, bring an Agumon. So really, really nasty. Really nasty. And then, of course, we're running our 4 Bond of Braveries, because he's the main monster of the deck, right? The strongest one, so to say. When attacking, if you have a Tamer in play, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 13,000 DP or less. Your turn, once per turn, when an opponent's Digimon is deleted, trash the top card of the security stack. Really, really nasty. Just because we're going to go ahead and warp, and if you don't know how it works, we'll get into it. So you'll warp from an Agumon into Bond of Bravery. So then let's take this Agumon here, security attack +1. You go ahead and you warp. You're going to have a Tamer because you need the Tamer to warp. You swing, you delete a Digimon, and if they have 2 security left, or let's say they just have 1 left, it's kind of like a Crimson Gallimon, right? Where you swing, you can trash, and then if there's 0 left, then boom, you attack for game. It's kind of the same principle, but you can play this so much faster than Crimson Gallimon, obviously. And so really good. So eventually you can swing up for 3, right? You trash one, then security attack +1. And then if you have the memory, you can go ahead and hybrid for game. So really, really nasty card. So I am running 4. And then again, keep in mind, you can get him with the Agumon expert unplayability. And then moving on to the last cards, we are running 3 of the high speed plugin D. So this spicy card here, just because now you can give your Greymon jamming, and you can just go ahead and swing. Not only that, they can't block it. So I know, there's some blockers running around, or if there's blockers, you really don't have to worry about them. You go ahead and play this. As long as you have a Tamer in play, you can play it without meeting its color requirements. Then you get jamming and block, and they can't block you until the end of your turn, right? So really, really nice. A combo that I do like to do is, if they do have blockers, I'll go ahead and, do it on the Greymon, or if they have two blockers, I'll do it on the Bond of Bravery. Use Bond of Bravery's effect to delete a blocker, and now he has jamming and he can't be blocked, so it's nasty. So I am running 3 of those, and then of course the security, when you hit it on security, you draw one and you get this card to your hand. So again, another drawing engine there. And then we are running 3 of the Gaia Forces just for security, right? So hit security, hit a Gaia Force, boom, done. Not only that, obviously, if you need to deal with something big that's on the board, you can just go ahead and drop Gaia Force. I was running 4 and then 2 of the high-speed plugin, but I wanted to see the high-speed plugin a little more because I'd rather them have to actually swing at my Digimon and get rid of it instead of my Digimon being deleted in the security area. So then I did balance it out and do 3-3. And then kind of the downside too is a Geo Greymon only deletes 4,000 and less, and then your only method of deletion here is the Geo Greymon, obviously swinging over things, or the Bond of Bravery, and sometimes you can't do either. So the Gaia Force is there as a good alternative. You could use any other red option card that you want. I just like Gaia Force because it's just straightforward. And then moving on to the last 2 cards, the Tamers, is the tie from BT6. When one of your Digimon with Agumon or Greymon in its name moves from your breeding area to the battle area, you can gain you gain 1 memory and you draw 1. So this is why I'm saying that the Coromon isn't really necessary. The old one, I think it's a BT5, where it lets you draw when you attack, is just because you're already getting the draw from tie and a memory. Not to mention, being able to draw from high speed plug-in D, etc. And then keep in mind, if there's multiple ties, this triggers. This does stack, right? So if there's 3 ties, you draw 3 and you gain 3 memory. It's busted. Gazimon can block this because it's a Tamer, right? Gazimon, Betamon only says you can't get memory unless it's a Tamer. So the main reason why you're playing this card, besides that, is main once per turn, digivolve one of your Agumon into Agumon Bond of Bravery in your hand for its digivolution cost, ignoring its level. If you do, trash the top 2 cards of your security stack. Then if you have 1 or more security cards, delete that Digimon at the end of the turn. So this is one reason why I'm playing the Tai and Kari, because it kind of synergizes, right? If you're going to go ahead and go into Bond, now you're decreasing your security from 5 to 3. Now you're going to get that memory from Tai and Kari since you have 3. And then if you're swinging, now your opponent's going to have 3 or less than 3. And now you're both going to have 3. And now you're going to get 2 memory for each Tai and Kari that you have on the board. So really, really nice. 4 of these ties just because you have to, Not to mention, obviously, you can hybrid into any of these 2. Moving on to the Tai and Kari. So, remember, I told you to remember this. When you play a Tamer with Tai Kamiya and its name gain 1 memory. Well, this has Tai Kamiya in its name. So this card becomes a 3 cost if you have Agumon on play. If you have multiple, obviously you get you can decrease it. So it's very, very nice. And I already talked about it, but if you have 3 security or your opponent has 3 security, you gain a memory for each, right? If you have multiple, you get multiple memory. So now just imagine the memory from this and the Tai Kamiya when you move up from your breeding area. It's phenomenal. Now, the clutch part about this card is when one of your red or yellow Digimon attack, you can suspend the Tamer, and then you have all of your opponent's security Digimon get minus 2,000 DP for the turn. So if you don't have high-speed plugin, you have your Greymon at 8,000 DP. If you have 2 Tai and Karis, you can decrease your opponent's security DP by 4,000. So now, the only thing that if you run into a Digimon that has 12,000 DP or more, that will be the only time the Greymon will get deleted, because you're decreasing by 4,000, and it's just really nice. There's so many good combos with this, and it allows for your Digimon to actually survive when you do attack. And like I said, if you don't have the high-speed plug-in D, then this just comes in clutch. I would want to run 4, but there's just no space, and I'm having so much fun playing this deck. Here it is. Here is the whole deck list. Again, Follow me on Twitch if you guys do want to see gameplay of this. And I hope you guys enjoy this deck list as much as I do because it is very fun. And if you guys like that, go ahead and check out these other 2 videos. And I will catch you guys on the next video.